going to abandon your woman? You're going to abandon your kids? This is our truth, brother. The Most High will accept nothing less than being on fire.
Yes.
He will accept nothing less than being hot. Matter of fact, give me that hot.
All praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors goes unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught us the truth. Much love, peace, and blessings goes out to all you hopeful elect brothers that are out there teaching the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, in all truth and sincerity. So this is going to be a lesson. Be on fire for this word. Meaning what? If you are a hopeful elect brother that has been called into this faith, or even the various administrations you have in this truth, such as a helper, reader, etc., etc., the Most High has told us to be on fire. And especially when it comes to brothers that are teachers, because as the scriptures say, to whom much is given, much is required. So let's go to the first scripture. Let's go to 2 Peter, the book of 2 Peter. What is it? What do I have? 3 and 11. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11 says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. What things? The earth, the elements, this present realm, everything that's wicked around us is going to be destroyed, and that includes people. So seeing all these things, it says, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? And what is the manner of person that we're to be when it comes to the topic of teaching this truth? Is diligent, steadfast, constant, okay? So let's look up the word for diligent in the dictionary. This is what the Most High called us to be. This diligence says, having or showing care and conscientiousness in one's work or duty. So you have to show care and thought towards the work, meaning this is something constantly playing back and forth in your mind as far as the prophecies going on, and then you put it on wax, you teach. That's showing care. Okay? So this is Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 20 and 8. Because this truth has a certain effect upon those that believe. You see? Because if you call yourself a believer, with the word, when it takes effect upon you, it's supposed to consume you to the point where you want to get as much teaching done as possible. Because there's always there's always a constant topic. There's always something to go into. Even though usually our topics are what? They're the same. It's really the scriptures, we're saying the same thing over and over. It's repetition. Because the fundamentals of any discipline or study in this world don't change. Once you get your discipline, once you get your foundation right, you stick with the foundation and you repeat it. You repeat it, and that repetition gives experience, and it gets you what? The mastery. So that's what we're fighting for. This is Jeremiah 20, and mastery cannot come without striving or fighting towards it and constant repetition. Jeremiah 20 and 8. For since I spake, I cried out. No, matter of fact, let's start from verse 9. It says, then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones. So the scriptures is likened unto a fire because it's an agitator. It's a motivation. You see, because you're not going to sit. Let's just say someone lit a candle up under your seat. You're not going to sit on that seat. It's going that fire, the burning sensation of the fire pushes you to move. And this is what happened with Jeremiah. It says, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. You see? So he couldn't hold it in. He couldn't hold in the words of the Lord that were inside him. So what did he do thereafter? He taught. He spoke. Okay? And that's what we're supposed to do. Okay? So this is 2 Peter 1. Let's go to 2 Peter 1 and 10, because I mentioned diligence. We got the definition. Showing care and conscientiousness. Let's go to 1 Peter 1 and 10. Hold on. Hold on. No, it's actually 2 Peter 1 and 10. Salakia. 2 Peter 1 and 10. It says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. So that explains what? That explains the attitude, the mindset that we're supposed to have towards the fact that the Most High called us into this. To be elect means to be chosen. And what were we chosen for? We were chosen to teach the scriptures. Okay? Hold on, let me look up a precept. So let's actually, we're going to get that next precept in a second here, but let's actually read 1 Peter 1 and 10 again. It says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence, again, showing care and conscientiousness. And it's showing care. You can't just care in your mind. You're conscious about it in your mind. It's supposed to leap forth out of you. It's a natural reaction. It says, because even Yahweh Shai said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. It says, to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. See? If we do what things? If we teach, we show brother. Because this point was not just highlighted in the diligence in the teaching, but there's several other points like this, like Peter mentioned temperance, patience, godliness, kindness, brotherly charity, and all these different things, right? But also diligence, meaning have a diligent mindset towards keeping these things. And let's look it up actually in the Greek as well, because we got the English. Give diligence is spoudazo. It says to hasten, to make haste, to exert oneself, to endeavor. And when you're going on an endeavor, that's a fight. That's a plight that you take towards reaching a goal. You have the materials necessary, so we have to use them. We have to use them daily. We have to use them as much as possible. There's no such thing as taking a month off, taking 5 months off, taking a year off of teaching the truth. This is what we are called to do, so we have to make sure that we are. We have to make sure of that calling through teaching, through being on fire, through having the fire in you and showing it. Okay? And that's not to say that every brother out there, we not super duper Israelites all the time. We put our best foot forward because the scriptures mention the different talents that different brothers have. You have 1 talent brothers who are only able to muster a certain amount of work in the truth. You have 5 talent brothers that manifest more. You have 10 talent brothers that manifest even more. But all of these things are what was given to us from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for us to take it and flip it and do something with it. You see? So it's not a thing of bragging or boasting or that every brother's going to be on the same level, but we have to take what we've received and make good with it, multiply it. Okay, and I'm gonna get that scripture because, hey, this is a scary thing. Because look, the Lord said, if you don't do this, if you don't be on fire for the truth, then you're gonna be destroyed. Basically, Revelation. What is it? Revelation 13. Matter of fact, Revelation 3:16. It says, so then because, matter of fact, Revelation 3:15. I know thy works. So how about Shem Yahushua knows our works? He knows what we're doing. And the best thing that we could be doing is what that brotherly kindness and the works. Those things really balance each other out. It says that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Now, even though we know there's brothers on different levels, certain things are unexcusable, like taking a month off, taking 2 months off. That's hey, you being lukewarm. So then if there's any brothers out there that are of that spirit, you have to reignite. You have to reignite your passion for teaching. Otherwise, to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai views you as lukewarm. Then he's going to basically spew you out of his mouth. Meaning what? You fall at risk of losing these oracles, which were given to us by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So let's get the last scripture I'm going to get in Luke 19 and what is it, 19 and 12? And this is where Yahweh Shai was making mention of these things right before he was going to be crucified, because he was tasking his servants with a job. He was outlining what they're supposed to do in his absence. That's what this parable, which I'm going to read, is about. And he said, therefore, a certain nobleman, this is Yahweh Shai speaking, went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. So this is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai went into the far country, meaning the spiritual world, and the spiritual realm. He's going to return to receive his kingdom. It says, and he called his 10 servants, representing the brothers that have received this wisdom of the scriptures, the understanding of being an Israelite, which is our ethnicity, if you will, and all the rest of the 100% truth that we have. It says, and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. Right? So this man that the pound was given to him, right? The man who that pound was given to him, Salakia. I don't know if that interrupted my sound, but let's see something real quick. Yeah, we should be good. It says, he said, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. So that brother was able to produce tenfold of what the Lord gave him. He was a productive man. They said, he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. So the measurement of work comes with the amount of abundance you're going to get in the kingdom. Those two are directly correlated. It says, and the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. So this man was a little less productive, but yet and still, this is what the Lord said. And he said likewise unto him, be thou also over 5 cities. So what? He got the equal amount for his work. He gained something for doing the work, and the Lord was pleased with it. It says, and another came saying, Lord, here is thy pound, which I've kept laid up in a napkin. So these are the men that have received this truth and have not done anything with it. No works, no anything. No production towards building up the lambs of Yahweh Shai. Because you got to think about it like this. Every video that we do, that's a pound. That's basically your stock, your market value in the heavens going up. You're multiplying and multiplying. You're trading in your energy and your time and your words towards teaching the scriptures is being traded in for a higher value. The more work that you do, the more work you put in, the higher your value goes up. It says, and another came saying, Lord, behold, here's thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. So his value did not increase. This man's value stayed the same. It says, for I feared thee because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And he said unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then gavest thou not my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required mine own with usury? And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound, and give it to him that hath 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Lord, he hath 10 pounds. For I say unto you, that everyone which hath shall be given, and from him that hath not, even that he hath shall be taken away from him. So meaning that if you do not multiply on the works through teaching, you will be taken, everything you've worked towards will be taken away from you, man. All the time that you spent learning, but yet you didn't do anything towards it, is going to get taken from you. Because here, look, in the NLT version, Salaki, the Christian Standard Version, verse 26, it says, I tell you that to everyone who has, more will be given. And from the one who does not have, even what he does have will be taken away. Meaning if he does not do anything towards teaching. Okay? So all praise goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Shalom.